More stories. Story 4. Heaven and Hell. Once upon a time there lived a very wise monk who lived in the mountains of Japan. As always, he was meditating underneath a large tree beside a busy road. A samurai shouted to him, "Hey, old man, why aren't you doing something useful? You think you're clever. Tell me about heaven and hell." The monk stood up and looked at the approaching samurai. The monk said nothing. "Hey, I'm talking to you. Say something." The monk stepped towards the samurai and said, "Shut up. I hate samurai. They're all pigs, and you're especially disgusting." The samurai was furious. Nobody had ever spoken to him like that before. He drew his sword and was going to cut the monk's head off. The monk said calmly, "This is hell." The monk had risked his life to teach him a lesson. The samurai was shocked. He felt an incredible feeling of love and gratitude for the old man. For the first time in his life, he was going to cry. The monk then said, "This is heaven." Story 5. Appreciate what you've got. Thousands of years ago, an Egyptian king wanted to cross a large sea. Shortly after leaving the port, some of his slaves became very agitated. They were shouting and acting crazily. The king said, "What's up with them?" "Your Majesty, they haven't seen a ship before. They're very scared." "Do something," ordered the king. "They're starting to annoy me." The slaves were whipped, but they only got worse. "Do I have to do everything myself?" grumbled the king. "Throw them overboard." The slaves were thrown overboard, but of course couldn't swim and started to drown. "Enough! Bring them back." After this, the slaves were model seamen. The king said, the slaves couldn't appreciate the security of the ship because they hadn't tasted the danger of the sea. Story 6. One More Stone. In 1941, 3 Canadian men were looking for diamonds in Venezuela. Even though they had lived for months in terrible conditions, they hadn't found anything valuable. One day, one of them said, "Enough! Look at this stone. This must be the 999,999th stone I've found for nothing. Come on, we talked about this. I don't care anymore. I'm going home." "Wait, just try one more. Let it be the 1,000,000th. "Okay, if it'll satisfy you." The man tried one more stone and thought about how he would get back home. However, this stone was different. It seemed heavier than the others. He shouted, "I can't believe it! A diamond!" This diamond was one of the biggest found in South America and was sold to Rafael Solano in New York for $300,000. This was huge money in 1941.